I want to personally welcome each and every one of you watching right now, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is. I'm truly glad you're here, because today we're going to talk about something that is affecting millions, actually billions of people across the globe. And the truth is, most people don't even realize how serious it really is. Take a moment and just look around. Look at people walking down the street, sitting in restaurants, standing in line at stores. What do you notice? You'll see it everywhere. Bellies. Not just a little extra weight, but something deeper, something more dangerous. What we're really looking at is not just fat under the skin. We're talking about something far more harmful, something called visceral fat. And this type of fat is silently destroying health from the inside out. Let me explain this clearly. There are two main types of fat in your body. The first one is subcutaneous fat. That's the fat you can pinch, the fat right under your skin. Now, while that may not look appealing, it's not the most dangerous kind. The real threat is visceral fat. This is the fat that wraps itself around your internal organs, your liver, your stomach, your pancreas, your intestines. And this fat doesn't just sit there. It's active. It's aggressive. It's toxic. Visceral fat is directly linked to something called metabolic syndrome. And metabolic syndrome is like a domino effect of health problems: high blood pressure, insulin resistance, elevated blood sugar, heart disease, and even stroke. This type of fat increases your risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, fatty liver, chronic inflammation, weak immune function, and even autoimmune disorders. But here's where things get even more serious. Visceral fat is not just sitting quietly, it's metabolically active. That means it releases harmful substances into your body. These are called inflammatory cytokines. Now, inflammation in small amounts is normal. Your body uses it to heal. But when inflammation becomes chronic, when it gets out of control, that's when real damage begins. This is what we call a cytokine storm. And when that happens, your body starts attacking itself. You may already be feeling the effects: joint pain, fatigue, digestive problems, acid reflux, bloating, brain fog, weight gain that just won't go away, high blood pressure, elevated blood sugar. And you may be wondering, why is this happening to me? Well, let's talk about the real cause, because this is where most people are completely unaware. The biggest contributor to visceral fat is not just what you eat, but what you drink. Yes, you heard that right. We are literally drinking our disease. We are drinking sugar every single day in massive amounts. Think about it. Coffee loaded with sugar and flavored syrups, sweetened teas, sodas, energy drinks, fruit juices, sports drinks, even so-called healthy drinks. They are packed with sugar. Now here's what happens inside your body. When you drink sugar, it enters your bloodstream almost instantly. There is no fiber, no fat, nothing to slow it down. So your blood sugar spikes rapidly, and your body responds by releasing insulin. Insulin is a hormone produced by your pancreas. Its job is to move sugar from your blood into your cells. But when you flood your system with sugar, your pancreas has to work overtime. It releases more and more insulin over and over again. Eventually, your body starts to resist insulin. This is called insulin resistance. Now sugar stays in your bloodstream longer, and your body has to figure out what to do with it. Some of it gets stored as glycogen in your muscles and liver, but once those stores are full, your body has only one option left. It converts that excess sugar into fat. And where does that fat go? Right into your abdomen, right around your organs, creating dangerous visceral fat. But it doesn't stop there. Excess sugar, especially fructose, puts a huge burden on your liver. Your liver has to process it, break it down, and when it becomes overwhelmed, it starts storing fat inside itself. This leads to something called fatty liver disease. And here's the shocking truth. If you have belly fat, there's a very high chance you also have a fatty liver. Now let's talk numbers for a moment. Health experts recommend that daily sugar intake should be limited, roughly around 30 to 35 grams per day. But just one can of soda contains about 39 grams of sugar. That's more than your entire daily limit in one drink. And most people don't just have one, they have multiple sugary drinks a day, plus hidden sugars in food. So the total intake becomes extremely high. and this leads to a cascade of problems: increased triglycerides, higher LDL bad cholesterol, lower HDL good cholesterol, increased inflammation, increased fat storage. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. Fruit juice. Yes, fruit juice. Most people think it's healthy, but when you remove the fiber from fruit, what's left? Sugar, pure sugar, and your body treats it almost the same as soda. Because without fiber, it spikes your blood sugar just as fast. So even natural sugar can be harmful when consumed in liquid form. Now here's something important to understand. Sugar is addictive, very addictive. In fact, it affects the brain in a way similar to drugs. It triggers the release of dopamine, the feel-good chemical, and serotonin, which affects mood. So when you consume sugar, you feel good temporarily. But then comes the crash, and your body craves more. This creates a cycle, a dependency, an addiction. And breaking that cycle is not easy, but it is possible. Now let's talk about solutions, because awareness is only the first step. Action is what changes everything. The first thing you need to do is reduce your sugar intake, not eliminate it overnight, because that can be very difficult. Instead, start gradually, cut your sugar consumption in half, then reduce it even more over time. This allows your brain and your body to adjust. Your cravings will decrease, your energy will stabilize, and your health will begin to improve. Now, what should you drink instead? Water, pure, simple water, but if plain water feels boring, you can make it better. Try infused water. Add slices of lemon, lime, strawberries, oranges, cucumber. Let it sit overnight and enjoy a refreshing, flavorful, zero-calorie drink. You can also drink green tea. Herbal teas like chamomile, these are full of antioxidants and support your health. Now, let's touch on something else important: coffee. Many people start their day with coffee immediately after waking up, but this may not be the best approach. Here's why. Your body naturally produces cortisol. This is your wake-up hormone in the morning. Cortisol levels are already high. They help you feel alert and energized. If you drink coffee right away, you increase cortisol even more. Too much cortisol can lead to anxiety, high blood pressure, increased inflammation. So what's the better approach? Wait about 90 minutes. After waking up, before drinking coffee, this allows your natural cortisol levels to begin dropping. Then when you drink coffee, you get a smoother, more effective boost, and you avoid overstressing your system. Now let's bring everything together. If you are dealing with belly fat, low energy, chronic inflammation, blood sugar issues, digestive problems, there is a very high chance that sugar is playing a major role. And the good news is, you have control by simply changing what you drink. You can dramatically improve your health, reduce sugar, drink more water, support your body, lower inflammation. Because at the end of the day, almost every chronic disease has one thing in common: inflammation, and one of the biggest drivers of inflammation is sugar. So if you want to take control of your health, start here. Start today. Make small changes. Stay consistent, and your body will thank you. I truly hope this message reaches you and inspires you to take action, because your health is your greatest asset, and you deserve to feel your best. Thank you for watching. Wishing you and your family strong health, energy, and a better life. And most importantly, make it a great day.